Hi creative friends, this is Soraya and thank you so much for being here. So I'm really sorry about my last video, you guys. I was yapping too much and it cut off, but I don't think too much of it cut off. I was talking about, you know, how me working on the newsprint, and I think it's a combination of also taking Connie Solera's Painting the Feminine and working in this way, just like the newsprint just lends itself to more dry media. I don't know what it is, you guys, but I am starting to like communicate, like actually verbally talk to my paintings, which is the way Connie, if I remember correctly, this is what she said she did with her paintings. And then she wrote in her studio log. So I've started doing that more and more, and I don't know why, but it's allowing me to work in a different way. And I was talking about that in my last video when it got cut off. And I'm really sorry, you guys, but sometimes when my video goes to like 18 or 19 or 20 minutes, it does cut off and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm trying to work out why that is. Yeah. So anyways, let me dive right in here. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put the background as black. Now I'm going to try not to use too much water. It's going to be more like just straight out of the bottle. Like I said, because it does tear the paper. Not that I mind, you guys, honestly. I do not mind at all. But I mean, if the whole thing is torn, that is kind of problematic, I guess. So I'm just gonna be very kind of cautious about, you know, how much media is wet. Now, I do like this, like, just dry brush over there. So I'm really liking that. So as I say, I'm going to use more dry media, I just add more water. I don't know what it is, you guys. I say I'm not going to do something and then I do it. It's really bizarre. Yeah, anyways, I really am loving this dry brush situation here. It's just really pulling me in. So, wow, I'm drawn to that. But getting back to this part, okay, I don't know, what do I want to do here? So another thing about me working on the newsprint is I've been wanting to do a lot of like scribbles and scratches and just like, you know, just, I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling it. It's really weird. So this is kind of an orangey red. So let me just like, ooh, that is pretty. Just like smush it in there. And the good thing about the newsprint, you guys, is for me anyways, it doesn't have the same kind of pristine quality as, say, any other kind of paper like watercolor, Bristol paper. Just, you know, newsprint is just kind of like, oh, I'm more rough and tumble with it. I don't know what that is, but I don't know if maybe it's not like that for everybody, but I don't have that same sense of, you know, the fear of the blank white page. Now, of course, this isn't white. Newsprint is kind of a, you know, it's kind of like an off-whitish color, but I don't know. It's just like more like, oh, okay, I can do whatever I want. It's not so like standoffish, I guess. Maybe I can explain it that way. Now I am gonna take some of the white here and I'm just gonna kind of like smush it, like just not even put water, just directly onto the paper. So one of the things, you guys, when you are only using like 3 hues, I guess, like, you know, I'm just using the orange, the white, and the black, is I am having to work harder to determine the tints I want to make, etc. And I talked about it in my last video, because just say I had like 6 different shades, tints of orange, right? That's a lot different than me having just this one and having to bring it up or down in value. Those are different things. And actually, honestly, I prefer the one because I know I'm not going to have to deal with any kind of strange undertones, and there is a cohesiveness that happens when you, it's a cleanness, you know. It's just like, oh, okay, all my stuff is, it's going to look unified because you're not really adding hues and colors with different undertones. So an orange is not an orange. And I do have videos in my playlist section, you guys, and there's like a lot of videos under color. Like orange is not an orange, red is not a red, blue is not a blue, right? Like there are undertones to each color, and there are intensities and values, and there's so many different things that go into it where you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta figure out all this other stuff too, right? So it just makes it interesting. I try not to get too caught up in it because at the end of the day, I don't want to get like bogged down by too much information. I want to lean, of course I want the information, of course, I really want the information, but I don't want to make my decisions based only on what I know, right? Like I want to use my intuition, I want to use my my visual language, I want to use my studio log, my conversations that I'm having. I want to use my actual art to figure out like, hey, where does she want to go? Where does, you know, where does this painting want to go, right? So let's see here. And I think I am going and so from a pattern perspective, you guys, I'm really digging this because it's like, okay, bop, 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 right? Like it's keeping my eye moving around, and it is in the similar pattern. That's an oval, but it's in the similar color and pattern, so it's really pulling me in and also moving my eye around, so I'm really appreciating that. And I don't even want to give her I don't even want to give her red lips or orange lips, I guess. And I'm just gonna smush my Stabilo, you guys, right into this titanium white here. I'm just kind of feeling it. Now, I don't know how much of the mark making that I'm doing is going to hold with this newsprint. It could, you know, it could tear, but it's okay. If it tears, it tears. So I'm just gonna leave this as is, you guys. This is not meant to be any kind of a finished piece. It is an exercise. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take it, I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna take it and I'm going to have a more formal conversation with it, either verbally or in my studio log, and I'm just gonna get some information. I'm gonna see, you know, where does this painting want to go? What do I want to explore next? You know, I'm really loving this part here. Ooh, I love it. And I might actually cut this out, you guys, and just like stick it somewhere else in my art journal or something, because it's just pulling me in so much. But anyways, you guys, I hope that this has been helpful, and I hope that you will try to do an exercise using one hue, and it could be any hue that you choose, warm, cool, anything, and then to use a titanium white and some kind of a black. So a Payne's gray, a lamp black, I mean, those are the two that, there's carbon black. I mean, there's a lot of blacks, but you know, just a black, a titanium white, and one hue. And yeah, that exercise is really valuable. It's going to teach you a lot, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks so much. Bye.